Hello guys, welcome back to my video. So on this video today, I'll be showing you guys how I made this beautiful umbrella dress. So for this dress, I'm going to be using 3 yards of fabric, just folded the way I am doing on this video. Please watch very well so that you understand how I did it. Fold my fabric this way, then I'm taking the shoulder measurement. Of course it has shoulder. I'm taking my shoulder measurement, and once I got my shoulder measurement, I'm going to take the armhole direct from there. Total armhole for an adult is 10 inches. So once I was done taking my shoulder measurement, I'm going to take the armhole measurement from there, just the way I am doing it on this video. So once I was done taking the armhole measurement, the next thing I'm going to be doing is taking my neck measurement. This is my neck measurement. So I'm going to be taking 3 inches for the wideness, and I'm also taking 3 inches for the depth. Please remember, 3 inches for the wideness and 3 inches for the depth. The reason is because this umbrella gown does not have zip. So you need to make the neck as wide as possible so that the person wearing it will not find it very difficult while they are wearing it. Please remember, 3 inches for the depth, 3 inches for the wideness. And once I was doing that, I am going to be taking the full gown measurement right from the shoulder. Please remember, not from the neck, from the shoulder. Measure your full gown measurement. So I'm going to be taking 35 inches for the full gown measurement, 35 inches all the way from the shoulder. Take 35 inches from every side of the gown. 35 inches, please don't forget, all the way. 35. Please remember that the 35 inches I took for the gown length is based on choice. Some people might like it shorter than this, while some might like it longer than this. But please, if you like it longer than this, you should increase the length of fabric you are using. So from the shoulder to 16, I'm going to be taking my pocket line because it's going to have pockets. So normal waistline is 16. That is where the pocket should start, from 16 inches. So I am going to launch there. That is 16 inches. Remember, from the shoulder line is 16 inches waistline. So from the waistline to the length of the pocket, I will be using 7 inches. I'll be using 7 inches for that is for the opening. So I don't want it to be very wide. This launching is to enable me sew it very well. Please, if you don't know how to measure your shoulder slope, come to my DM. I am going to show you how to do that. It's very simple to do, but because you are not seeing what I'm doing right now, I assume you don't know how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, just come to my DM and I will show you. I think it's one of the most simplest thing in sewing. So this is me cutting out all the measurements I did. I'm cutting out all the measurements. And remember, if you are measuring this your circular measurements, make it very clean, because if you don't do it very well, at the end of the day it might give you another shape that you don't understand. So I'm going to be trimming out all the measurements I did. So this is all for the cutting of the gown itself, and at the end of the day, after cutting the main gown and you get something like this, just know it that you've done a nice job. So this is it. This is very nice. So I'm going to be tearing one of them. I'm going to bring out one for the front. So I'm going to be tearing the front one, the neck, just 3 inches, the one I'm doing now. Just tear from the neck up to 3 inches. That is for the neck opening too. It will enable you to wear the cloth very easily after sewing. So that is it. 3 inches from the neck. Front one, not the back, please. So I'm going to be cutting it. So what I'm doing now is that I'm trying to cut out a turnout for the front of the gown. The place I just teared now, the front that has tearing, 3 inches tearing, I'm trying to cut out a turnout for the neck, so that I'm going to use that turnout to turn the neck to make it look neat. I'm not going to leave the neck just like that. I'll be using this turnout now to turn the neck to make the gown look very neat after sewing it. Please, this turnout does not require any special skill. It's just for you to place it on a fabric that I folded like this, the way I did on my own. And then after the tearing, you can add up to 3 inches if you want it that long. That is where the tearing of the front one, the front neck ended. You can add extra 3 inches to that. But when cutting it, use the same 3 inches you use for the tearing, and then after the tearing, don't tear the other 3 inches. It doesn't require any kind of special skill or whatsoever. It's just drawing, a simple drawing like this. If you still don't know how to do it, come to my DM. These are little things I assume you know how to do, but if you don't know how to do it, you can as well come to my DM and I will show you how I did that. It doesn't require any professional skill or whatever. So here I'm trying to cut out the pocket of the gown. This is the pocket, and for the length I will be using 12 inches because I don't want it to be very long. It's just a portable small pocket. I'll be using for the length 12 inches, and for the up, that is the top, I'll be using 7 inches. Just 7 inches. I just want it to be very small pocket. Remember, for the wideness of the pockets, while I was cutting the gown, I launched 7 inches for the wideness because I wanted it to be 7 inches. So it's the same 7 inches I am going to take for the wideness here. If you don't know how to cut pocket, come to my DM, or I'll be making a video on how to cut a common pocket. I'll be making a video on how to cut a pocket, and I'll be posting it because most people don't know how to cut a simple pocket. So just like that, if you don't anything you don't understand, come to my DM and I'll be very glad to show you how to do that. So this is the wideness where I said I'll be taking 3 inches. That is the wideness because I don't want it to be very wide. I just want my hand to go in and then it will be okay. So that is it, 7 inches I said I was going to be taking. So from there I will now take it to the 12 inches I measured before. Look at the way I'm doing it. Always know how to use your French curve, all your rulers, please know how to use them. I'm going to be connecting the 12 inches and at the end of the 7 inches for the wideness, be connecting them together just the way I'm doing now. Please, these things are very easy. Don't look at it as something that is difficult. They are very easy. It's just for you to know what to do and how to do it. Please, they are very easy. So that's the pocket. Here I am trying to show you how to place it when sewing. So this is it. I'm facing it at the 16 inches, which is the waist of the gown. That is where I launched, the beginning of where I launched, and this is how I placed it. Please, when placing it, make sure the good face and the good face of the gown and the good face of the pocket are kissing each other, just the way it's doing now. Make sure that the two good face like this are together. So fix it at the place where you launch. That was why I launched the gown at the waist while I was cutting it. So make sure you fix it together where you launch, so it will be very easy for you to sew. It's just as easy as that. Sew it the way I am showing you. So I'm taking everything now to my machine to stitch. It's just very simple. Stitch it the way I am doing now. actually followed this video very well, you understand how I made the pocket. So here, this is the turnout I cut for the neck, and as you can see, the extra one after the tearing for the turnout, like I said before. So you are going to make sure that the two faces are kissing each other. So you are going to sew it very well. Sew the neck, then you are going to turn it out. Just sew it the way I'm doing. See the way I'm showing you. Just watch the video so you see how I sewed the neck. So once I was done sewing it the way I directed you, I am going to be launching it small so that it will not affect the main clothes. The reason for the launching is to make it lap very well after turning it, because I'm not just going to leave it this way. I am going to be turning it the way I'm doing. So the reason for that launching is to enable it stay. You can see the way it has stayed is looking very good now. So that is the reason for the launching, to enable it stay very well after turning it. So this is me trying to turn it out. It's me trying to turn it. So the extra I gave after the tearing for the neck for the turnout was small, but I'm still going to tack it. I'm going to tack it. So I advise, if you are not very good, I advise you give enough extra, like 3 inches. Look at my own, is very small. Give enough extra like 3 inches so that it won't be falling out. But for this one that is very small, I am going to tack it. You can still use this helmet gum to gum it so that it will stay very well. But since there was no power supply when I was making the dress, I was going to tack it with needle and thread. It's still the same thing as using this hemi gum. Whichever one you prefer is just good, but make sure you do it very well. Look at it, looking all very good, very nice. So this is me now trying to make sure that the front and the back of the gown, I'm joining it together. The turnout I cut for the neck, I am going to use it to turn the neck, the shoulder of the cloth. I'm going to use it to turn the shoulder of the cloth so that at the end of the day it will not look like already made. So the turnout, I am using it to sew the shoulder of the cloth together. So here I'm trying to fix the neck of the clothes. That's the collar of the clothes. Please, it's not, I made a video on how to cut the band. It's not just a band anyway. I made a video on how to cut it. So if you are interested, you can let me know so I will send you the video. Please, it's not just a band. I can send you the video of how I did it. This is the neck. As you can see, they are not equal all the way. They are not equal. The middle part is way wider and the ending part for the two sides are smaller. So I did a video on how to do that. You can just come to my DM and ask for it. I am going to send you. The video is kind of long, that was why I didn't add it here. So if you need it, you can come to my DM and I'm going to tell you how I did it. So the first was to sew it the first time, and the second step was to sew it. You are going to add gum stay to it to make it thick, but if you don't have gum stay, you can still do it like that, but I prefer it when you add gum stay. So this is the neck. If you need a video on how to cut the neck, let me know. So the next thing I did was to use bias to turn the armhole of the clothes before joining them. I first of all trim it to make it neat and then use the bias to turn the armhole. I believe you know how to sew a bias. It's very simple. I use the bias to turn out the two sides to make it look very neat. Just watch me the way I do it. Here we are almost done with the sewing of the clothes. So what I'm trying to do now is to join the sides of the clothes. This is the pocket side. I forgot to tell you that when sewing the pocket, you are going to give allowance, because that allowance is what you are going to be using to join the back of the clothes. So I'm going to join the pocket line, and once I join it to the end, the next thing was to take the cloth to a weaving machine, and once I was done weaving it, this is what I have: a perfect umbrella gown. Look at it, looking all very good, very simple. You can wear it to anywhere at all. You can wear it to an office, to the market, anywhere at all. It's just looking good. And if you're a fast person in sewing, under 30 minutes you are done with sewing of this gown. This gown looks very good.